And we're going to begin with a quote from a man. I have tremendous respect for this man. He's a living visionary, evolutionary biologist, E.O. Wilson. And what E.O. Wilson says to us about our time right now, he said, we are drowning in information while starving for wisdom. That's such a powerful statement. And he could have stopped right there, and it'd be very cool. We could go the whole day with this, but he didn't. And the reason that he continued is why I'm going to share what I'm sharing with you. We are drowning in information while starving for wisdom. We are inundated with data. We have to make sense of it. But here's what he said. He said, the world is different now. He said, the world, from this point forward, it's going to be run by people that he called synthesizers. Everyone watching this program is a synthesizer. You all are synthesizers. What does that mean? A synthesizer is someone who's able to put together just the right information at exactly the right time, think critically about it, and then make important choices wisely. And that's where you and I are today. Have you noticed that it's no longer enough to be an expert in one topic? Have you noticed that? I'll tell you a perfect place where I noticed this. My elderly mother, the first time she asked me, she said, Gregg, I can't keep track of you. You travel all the time. How do I know where you are in the world? And I said, well, I told you last week. She goes, but that changed because you traveled again this week. I said, well, go to my website. Have you ever tried to explain to an elderly person who is not familiar with computers how to go to a website? It's no longer enough. I mean, now think about this. It's no longer, you can't simply switch on the computer. You've got to know, after you turn on the computer, what operating system you're using. You have to know what browser to use. You have to know how to go to a website, how to use drop-down menus if it's not obvious, if you're going to use a clicker or if you're going to use a mouse pad. It's not enough to be an expert in one thing. We have to know a little bit about a lot of things and then bring them together to get things done. And that is what a synthesizer is. We're living in a world that is changing in ways that we have never seen. And we're stretched to find healthy ways to deal with that change. We are living what the experts are now calling a time of extremes. Now, this doesn't mean that only bad things are happening, or even good things for that matter. What it means is that big things, big changes in the world are happening. And because we can no longer separate the world out there from our everyday lives, it means our lives are changing as well. Our world is changing in ways that you and I have never seen. Our parents have never seen. Their parents have never seen. We have no good blueprint to help us understand how to navigate these changes. So we're in uncharted territories. We're doing these things on our own, whether we're talking about climate change or a collapsing global economy or diminishing resources, social upheaval, whatever it is. We've never seen a connected global population trying to deal with the things that we're dealing with right now. What that means is our lives are changing in ways that we simply are not used to. It's happening faster than most of us have been prepared to accept. I just want to say a word about this. In my life, I've been blessed to meet some amazing people. I've met presidents of the United States. I have met spiritual leaders. I have met religious leaders. I've met social architects, engineers, scientists, indigenous elders throughout my lifetime. Every one of these people, and male and female, they've all told me they expect this big change to come in our lifetime. So they know it's coming. And I have to tell you, every one of them, everyone that I've spoken with in the last few years is absolutely blown away at how fast the change is sweeping the earth. Even those people that knew it was coming said, we didn't think it was going to happen so fast. We didn't think it was going to happen like this, not in a single generation. What it means is we've got to now think and live differently, more so than any time in the past, more than we ever have before.